Hey guys, what's up? Jared here, Dex and Dice, Ramblings of an LGS owner, and as you can tell, I pulled out my little mini whiteboard, ghetto engineered it to where it would be up to, be seen, all that good stuff. Anyways, as you can see, I'm going to explain to you how to get distro. Since for some reason, a lot of people have it in their head, and I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever, that like distro is your greatest thing ever. It's this unicorn thing that you just have. It's so hard to obtain and all that good stuff. And it's really not, guys. It's really not. So yeah, let me just go through the motions here and explain to you how to get distro. Because I think that a lot of you want distro, obviously, but you don't want to put in the effort and the extra time and etc., that it actually takes to get distro. You want something, but you don't want to put in the effort. Go figure, humans are like that. So, I don't have a pointer, so we're going to use a screwdriver, because why not? How to get distro. Number one, most of you probably already have this, but some of you might not. And I apologize for my handwriting being really small. I had to fit all this on here, so hopefully you can read most of this. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can adjust my beautiful engineered stuff here. For those of you who are local to the shop and all that, it should surprise you to no bit that I have engineered something out of the resources I have. I don't think that's much better, but we're gonna run with it. One, get a retail license and a business license. If your, city or county or whatever dictates it, get that. That's step one. Boom. There, you can see me slightly better. I apologize. This is cheap. It's effective. It's your step one. Getting your business license and a retail license. Like here in South Carolina, I think it ran me a mighty $65 or something to get a retail license. Business license, you'll probably have to give like a guesstimate or something of how much you plan on making in the year, but most of the times, most places, if it's just year one, they just charge you a base fee. Now, be aware though, if you do continue to operate inside of these city limits and all that require a business license, for every year, you're going to end up paying them like 2, 3, 4, 5% or whatever or 1 to 5% of whatever you grossed that previous year. So keep that in mind too. Luckily for us, we moved outside of the city of Seneca, and we are in the Oconee County proper, and Oconee County does not require you to have a business license. It requires you to have a state retail license, but they don't require you to have a business license, so yay. Anyways, next, you'll want to find yourself a space, okay? And I've laid out some more stuff over here. Your space has to be zoned appropriately. So you can't go and put a shed in your backyard and it's zoned residential and that be your shop, okay? It's got to be zoned commercial, or it's got to be zoned like fair use, free use, whatever it is, one of those two. It's got to be zoned appropriately. So be mindful of that. Then, once you have your space, you get your POS, your cases, your shelves, all that good stuff. No, you don't have to drop $12,000 on this stuff automatically your first year or whatever. Go back and watch my video about starting a game store like a Timmy, and I'll explain all of that to you. Is it great to pull a Mason or a Rob and have all the beautiful slat wall and all that good shit? Yes. Yes, it is. But might not be feasible for you starting out. Anyways, once you get that done, have permanent signage. That is also a requirement. You need to have permanent signage like outside by the road or, on the building itself, something like that, you need permanent signage. You'll also need your hours that you're open displayed. You have to be open to the public. There's a small little caveat. This used to work. I'm pretty sure it still does. But even if you put like by appointment only on, these days between like 9 and 5 or whatever, that's still acceptable because technically you're open to the public. You're just not like open like a grocery store or something. So, but pro tip, guys, if you're going to be at your shop anyways, if you're going to be there anyways, just open up. Like even if you're only there from like 4 to 7 or something, just put 4 to 7 on the open hours sign and Monday through Sunday or whatever. Hours got to be there. If you're going to be at the shop anyways, even if you're just doing it to like have a place to store stuff and sort things and do online stuff and just kind of like fingers crossed you get foot traffic to come into the shop, just be open. I mean, just fish. Toss the line in there and see what the hell happens, right? Another thing, you'll need utilities in your shop's name. That's going to be a requirement because they want to make sure that you literally didn't just get an open area, like you're just paying for the building and nothing else. They want to make sure that you are going to have the utilities there, internet, all that good stuff, because they want to make sure that you're going to be a legitimate shop, okay? So 6 and 7, oh god, that just went in my head. 6, 7, anyways. So 6 and 7 are kind of the same, right? You're going to have to take pictures of your shop. Once you get it put together and all that good stuff, you're just going to take pictures of it. You'll want to keep those pictures in a file somewhere because you're going to have to reuse them the more that you apply to people and all that good stuff, so just keep them somewhere separate. Then you go to whatever distro you want to use and you apply and you wait. Okay? And that's pretty much it. That's it. Going over here, when it comes to getting your space, as I've said before in many other videos, your shop does not need to be thousands of square feet once you first get going. Me and another prominent person that I won't name because I just really don't want to, have had multiple discussions about like if we ever get tired of doing this, like this, we're most likely just going to go find us a nice little 300, 400 square foot building somewhere, slap our name back on it, and boom, that's it. We're not going to do the big ass buildings anymore, the events, all that good stuff. It's just going to be, hey, distro, here's my stuff. I'm still a shop. I have people that can come in and buy stuff if they want to, but I'm mainly just here doing stuff online, selling singles, buying collections, blah. So, keep that in mind. 500 square feet, more than enough for you to start out at. Like, even if you have, like around here, we have an old mall that's like in the next town over. Well, I say next town, it's like 40 minutes away. But the spaces in there are super fucking cheap. Like, I was almost going to open a second location before I moved into here over there because it was like $750 a month, and that included water and internet. You can find deals out there. You just gotta go looking. Now, the catch-22 with this is that distros themselves just want you to have a physical space. They just want you to have a spot, and I apologize, I'm in and out of the frame, dude. It is a thing. But anyways, they just want you to have a spot so they can see that you're a physical shop, you're a brick and mortar, you're going to have people, all that good stuff. Now, your game publishers, like your Wizards and Legend Stories, Bandai, Konami, those guys, that is where you run into where people think that they need it right off the bat. This is where you run into your stipulations for having event space and all that. Pro tip, most of them only require you to be able to hold 8 people. Okay, that's it. That's all, just 8. Nothing more, nothing less, just 8. Simple to do. That is literally an 8-foot table, 2 6-foot tables, 2 like 3x3 square tables, whatever, dude. It just, as long as you can fit just 8, you're covered. They want you to do that so that you can have your reportings, you can, and all that, so they know that you are supporting their game. This will help you get more allocations, supposedly. I say supposedly because that's just what's supposed to happen, okay? Now, this is very important right here. If you can read this in my doctor-like handwriting. Distro is your beginning step, all right? Distro is not your end goal. Trust me, it's not. It's cool to have all that good stuff, and everyone overinflates it and all that. It's good, but it's not as good as people are like, oh man, you got distro, it's fucking amazing. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but like, here's the flip side to it, you know? Now that you have distro, hopefully, after you've applied and all that, now the fun part begins. Getting to know your rep. Getting to know the like ins and outs of actually building your reputation with your distributor, okay? I touched on that yesterday, and that's yesterday's video kind of spurred this video. Because your initial allocations on everything is gonna suck. Like, terribly, terribly gonna suck. Your only way to build allocations is the more you spend in a certain areas, the more that you're gonna get. Supposed to be that way. As I touched on in the other video yesterday, that if you have multiple distros, your game publisher is going to want you to pick one as your primary, and your primary distro is where the lion's share of your allocations of their product is going to be. You know, be it Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Bandai games, any of them, okay? Yeah, that's just where your lion's share is going to go. Then you'll have your secondary and tertiary, and maybe more if you're a bigger store or whatever. That's where you hope to God that since you didn't make them your primary distro, you fingers crossed and just hope to God you get the 1 or 2 cases or whatever that you ask for. Because not all of us are huge stores with big spend that just can get stuff anyways. And I know that you don't get all that you want to when you request it from your secondary distros, but like if you put in for 30 cases of something and you get 20 cases of something, still fucking pretty good, right? All things considered. So, that all being said, man, let me go ahead and say 13 minutes into the video that yes, there are unicorn scenarios. Yes, PokeNE, I think Nostalgianomics, and God knows who else, they have distro. I think even Happy Tiger has distro. Like, there are unicorn scenarios. Things happen, okay? I'm not talking about those outliers, alright? The chances of you building up your social media presence, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, enough for a distro to even pay attention to you, to want to reach out, are slim to fucking none. Okay, so just go ahead, get that shit out of your head right now, do like the rest of us have done, and open up a fucking shop. It's not hard. Getting distro and doing all of this is not fucking hard. Yes, it might eat into what little bit you might be making from slinging cardboard out of your basement currently. Or it may not. I don't know what the fuck your situation really is. But trust me, if you want distro access, this is the quickest and easiest way to go about doing it. Okay, guys? So, I know that you think that distro is going to solve all your problems. And if you think that distro is going to solve all your problems, here is your bare, basic, entry-level roadmap to applying for distro and more than likely getting distro, okay? I can bring a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. If you want it, here's how you do it. If you just want it, but don't really want to do it and want to keep bitching about people having access to distro and you not having access, I got nothing for you. You know, you do you, boo-boo. Thanks for stopping by. And no, none of that is aimed at anyone. I swear to God, that's not aimed at anyone particular. Don't get butt hurt. I'm just saying in general. I'm speaking in generalities here, okay? Once you do all this and you have your little 400 square foot whatever, then you get to do the fun part like the rest of us did and build up your allocations. Talk to your distros, you know, send them weird little memes. Like, I think my distros probably think I'm a little unhinged because I talk to them like I talk to anyone else, you know. I don't put them on a pedestal or anything. Oh God, you're my distro. No, it's like, hey fucker, what's up, you know? So this roadmap works for not only like TCG distros, but like if you want to try to dip your hands into Games Workshop or whatever, the same roadmap pretty much applies. If you want to do almost any other distro that I know, like if you want to work with old school dice or whatever, this is pretty much the same route you've got to go. This encompasses the bare basics of just what you need in order to get distro. Okay, guys? There. I gave you the sauce. Now it's up to you. And like, you know, I'm not the only person who knows this. I'm not the only person that will probably give you this information. I'm probably the only person that will give you this information like as publicly as this, okay? But like, don't be surprised when you start seeing other little YouTubers and stuff like that opening up small little shops somewhere, you know, just to, because they wanted to separate, you know, work and home. Like, that's completely understandable. I get that. At least I have a basement, so like my mana pool is in the basement, so it's kind of separated from the house. So I got that going for me at least. But like, I get it, dude. Like, if you need a space to separate yourself, go for it. But like, now that most of you know this, let's also not kid ourselves when these people suddenly show up after they get their little office or whatever. Oh, I ended up with distro. It's like, yeah, bro, we knew that was probably going to happen. Or at least by this, whoever sees this should know that that was probably, maybe not the end game, but probably reason number 4 or 5 for you to strike out and go get a little space so you could try to get distro. That's fine. I don't care. Just don't try to play it off as, oh, well, now I'm going to do it. Like, we should know, guys. We should know. Anyways, that's all I got today, guys. About 18 minutes in. As always, if you like my harsh truths and my way of talking and all that good stuff, please like, sub, and share. I don't normally say that a lot. I'm kind of e-begging here. Dear Lord, help me fucking monetize this channel. I've got the followers. I just don't have the watch hours. I need this motherfucker to start paying some bills or something. So, come on, guys. Like, share, get people in here, all that good stuff. Get them watching my shit. Because, like I said yesterday, I'm a businessman. Yeah, I want to monetize this shit, but I also don't mind doing videos either. But why not? Can't I have both? Anyways, I'm out of here. I got cards to sort, you know, always be listing kind of thing. And remember, life is not a dick. You don't have to take it so hard. You're a trash can, not a trash can't. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Give PCG a shot as well. All the links and stuff are below. Give Manapool a shot. My affiliate link is down there. Click on the Manapool link. Go buy some cards. I get a small kickback. Like, come on now. Help a brother out. Take it easy, guys.